The stomach drops first. You pat your front pockets, then the back. You tear open your bag, spilling everything. The wallet is gone. The consequences hit you in rapid succession. Your identification is missing. The cash is gone. Without a transit card, your access to the city's massive transportation grid is severed. 3 million people cycle through Shinjuku Station every single day. A dropped object is immediately swallowed by a sea of moving shoes. By standard urban logic, the math is brutal. Once an item hits the floor in a megacity, it ceases to be yours. So when you trudge toward the local police, you are not going on a rescue mission. You file a report for your travel insurance, operating on the grim certainty that your cash is in someone else's pocket. Psychologists call this the bystander effect. In massive global cities, extreme anonymity diffuses personal responsibility. If 1,000 people see a dropped wallet, no single person feels the individual burden to pick it up and turn it in. Yet, sitting right on the corner of the neighborhood is a glowing white-tiled building roughly the size of a shipping container. If you grew up outside Japan, your cultural conditioning tells you this tiny building is a dead end. Your brain has written off the loss. These micro-precincts are called kobans. Unlike standard police stations designed primarily to process criminals, kobans serve as highly approachable community anchors. This map shows Tokyo's police infrastructure transforming into a dense, evenly spaced grid. With over 1,200 microstations scattered across the city, you are rarely more than a few blocks from an officer, making returning found items incredibly convenient. Behind the counter, the bureaucracy hums. Every umbrella, keycard, and yen note is meticulously cataloged, tagged, and uploaded into a centralized metropolitan lost and found database. The state authority scales down from an intimidating force into a hyperlocal, efficient civic retrieval network. Then the officer reaches under the counter and hands it back. The cards are there, the cash is untouched. The shock is absolute. This bar chart compares Tokyo's lost cash return rate to other global hubs. The disparity is staggering. Nearly 75% is returned. In 1 year, citizens voluntarily surrendered almost 4 billion yen in lost cash, roughly $30 million US. This compliance doesn't happen by accident. Japanese primary schools teach a formal curriculum called moral education. Children are trained from a young age to bring even trivial dropped items, like a single coin or a cheap toy, directly to the local koban. As those children become adults, the training solidifies into a rigid social contract. In the densest public spaces on Earth, crowds physically part around a dropped object, leaving it undisturbed until someone delivers it to the authorities. Getting your money back isn't a stroke of bizarre luck. It is the mathematical output of a population engineered to protect the collective environment. A moment of wonder. Standing outside with your property secured, the sheer relief gives way to a profound sense of psychological recalibration. Economists and sociologists have a term for this ecosystem, a high-trust society. In these rare environments, the default baseline assumption is that strangers will act in the collective good. You do not have to constantly guard against the worst impulses of the people around you. Compare that to the hidden tax of a low-trust environment, the constant vigilance, the heavy locks, the security cameras, and the daily exhausting friction of assuming someone is always trying to take what is yours. A high-trust social contract bleeds directly into the physical world. It manifests as clean sidewalks, unvandalized public transit, and quiet, orderly streets. Experiencing this firsthand shatters your baseline cynicism. It provides hard, undeniable proof that a society built on mutual respect and unbreakable public trust is an actual functioning reality.